All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is not the video I was expecting to post next, but we have been getting ready for Hurricane Milton. It is Tuesday right now at 6:45 p.m. Milton is set to come tomorrow. We've gotten to the point, we've been prepping, we've done hurricane shutters, we've done everything we really can to prepare. We've got fuel, got generators, everything is up. We actually ran out today and all the stores are closed. Everywhere's out of gas. People have been evacuating from other zones. We are not in an evacuation zone. We are not in a flood zone. Two good things. But we have to ride it out at this point. So all the airports are closed, so you can't catch a flight and go anywhere. All the highways are very much jammed up, although I can hear the highway now. Traffic's definitely moving now. I imagine at this point, most people that were evacuating, the main rush has gone. Problem is, around the cities, it's still very much red. Heading down south to Miami and then crossing the state is very much red still. And the problem is gas along that route. So if you do get stuck in hours of traffic, what happens when you start getting low on gas? So it's kind of an issue right now. That's why we have decided we are staying put. We're gonna weather it out here and hope for the best. And I've just been working to get everything prepared. The garage is a mess because of it. I swear it's just because of that. Before I go any further, I have completed angle kits. These kits will be shipping post-hurricane. They're all ready to go out. So those of you that are waiting on them, they're coming out post-hurricane once we get everything situated. But in the garage here, we have the 3000 that has become an angle kit shipping station. But we have our 3000 sitting here. This is where it always lives. And then inside here, we have the Black V. Decided to bring that one in. And then we have Morgan's Audi. This is where this lives. This spot right here usually is just one of the V's, whether it be the drift car or the street car. We are going to Atlanta on the 19th or 18th for Fuel Fest on the 19th. So I figured, let me get the drift car on the trailer and we'll jump to that in a minute. But this thing is inside and safe. So we have these three cars inside and safe. And then outside we have the Escalade, the Drift V on the trailer, and then the Trailblazer, which you guys haven't seen yet, but here's a spoiler. We have a Trailblazer SS now. I'm gonna be making a video on this, but yeah, there's a little look at that. So winds, I mean, they're coming right now. This is the case. Winds come from this direction on our house. So this is the front of our house. So they come from the left. That is kind of ideal in this situation. We only have one window on the side of the house, but then as far as the cars go, we have kind of a hill for the driveway. So let's go. It's spitting right now. So we got hurricane shutters up here all around the house. I spent yesterday putting those up. And then this side of the house that's going to be getting the wind. You can see one of my neighbors is down there putting up his wooden shutters, or he's putting up plywood. But the wind comes from this direction right here, and it will be blowing into this side of the house. Now, that's kind of a good thing because it's a short side of the house as opposed to a wide side of the house, like the front or the back. But then we also only have one window. The rest I put up mainly for protection from just debris flying around or anything else that could happen. But the wind should be coming from this direction as it always does. The last hurricane we had a week and a half ago, it was the same deal. The wind was rushing across the front and the back of the house. So the Escalade kind of provides some protection for the drift car in that sense. So we've got that. This is worth the most, but also has the most coverage, insurance coverage. So that's why we'll have that there. And then we got this right here. The trailer's chocked. And then we got the car cover on. Hopefully the rain collecting in the wiper cowl up there will help keep the car cover down, but then also the Escalade will help prevent wind from getting up underneath the car cover. This cover is pretty far into the front bumper. It's strapped in the middle. Each corner is tied to the wheels, and then it also has bungee cords around the backside so it doesn't pop up off the back bumper and then, like, you know, roll upward. And then protected by the drift car and the trailer, we have the Trailblazer SS. So this is kind of just the smallest thing out here at this point. So this is hiding here. So come around further, our neighbors actually cleared out a lot of this property right here. They own that house over there, and they just cleared out a lot of this property here because they wanted to get rid of a lot of dead trees that were still standing. Because again, with the winds going towards them, they didn't want things falling into them. So I guess it kind of helps us out too, because you never know how things are going to fall. But gotcha. So the game plan is that we got the old Predator 2000 inverter generator here. So this guy will help us when it comes to powering sensitive electronics, like our refrigerator that's in the kitchen, and our laptops and computers and things like that, phone chargers and whatnot, which phone chargers we can use any of the cars in here too. The old fridge, which is a little less on the sensitive electronic side, the old fridge, if we need it, I think we don't really have much other than drinks and some stuff in the freezer that we can move inside. But that fridge, we can run off of this guy, which is the 5500 watt generator, and much bigger unit, old unit, real old unit, but it still runs when it wants to. But it's been running good lately. I've been starting it daily so that I know that it still runs. Got to keep that starter fluid on deck for the occasional hiccup. But I have a 100-foot cable that will run into the house, and then this will power some of the higher wattage things or higher amp things, like our air fryer, and we could put lamps. We could really put anything, but I have a extension cord that has I have it plugged into a fan, so I can load this up when I was testing it. But it has a triple split on it, and yeah, so that'll basically cover anything in the house that we're gonna need to run, whereas the little generator will be reserved more for like some electronics and things. So once this door closes, that's gonna be in, because once the power goes out, assuming we lose power, I'm not gonna be able to open the door unless I use this cord and plug the actual garage door opener into the cord. You know, there's a lot of like weird like situations where like if the power goes out, like sometimes it's a matter of just unplugging the garage door opener and plugging it into the generator to then have power to do it. So you got to think with these things. The downside is if the power goes out, we will not have running water. So that is the one downside. We are on a well out here, and we will not have running water, but we do have a bunch of water on reserve so that we can still do things like flush the toilet and things like that. But we kind of, if we lose power for like till like past Friday or whatnot, like we do have a couple plans that we might put into place to go somewhere else after the storm already passes. So we're supposed to be heading to Fuel Fest in Atlanta, Georgia, and then right after that we're going to be driving straight up to Pennsylvania, where we'll be hanging out for 2 weeks and then doing haunted moves at E-Town. So the idea was to get this thing on the trailer so that it's ready to go. But in the event that we do need to dip, if depending on the conditions, it's ready. I just have to throw straps on it, but it is ready to go, because ideally if we are going to leave for any reason, if we decide to tomorrow, basically wherever the storm shifts, this is probably coming with me. We'll just throw it on the Escalade's already ready to go. I just got to hitch it up, throw straps on the car itself. Tires are strapped down the front, like everything's ready to go, and then we're hitting the road. I figure tomorrow, when the storm is supposed to start, we're supposed to start getting the first like bands and whatnot. That is when we will kind of make a decision if it if it shifts at all, because it has shifted a little more south. So where we used to live, which is Morgan's parents' house, they are north of Tampa, we're south of Tampa, about the same distance each way, hour and a half. And basically, if the storm continues to shift south and be more over top of us, like it already is kind of at this point, it kind of frees up that above Tampa area. And what that will do is kind of open up, lessen the effects of the storm for them. But then if that window opens above Tampa, it might make more sense to take the Escalade, hook it up to the trailer, and dip, and leave this behind out here. So I don't know. There's a couple different variables that play effect, and we're kind of just playing it by ear as we go. So I guess with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I just want to give everyone a little insight on what we are dealing with currently. Anybody in Florida, stay safe, stay dry, and make sure you take all the necessary precautions to either get out of here or go north, go south, go east, don't go west. But yeah, good luck to everybody in the state of Florida that this storm is going to affect. It's going to be a bad one for, the Tampa area and even all the way across to Orlando. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Try and get some updates. Follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to try and post on my stories. So many people have been hitting me up. So I'm just going to be posting on my stories just to keep people in the loop of our status personally. And yeah, so other than that, stay safe. Thank you guys for watching. And hopefully we will see you with the Trailblazer video next, or a clutch video next, one or the other. So have a good rest of the night, and we'll check in as this storm goes along.